All right, shalom, shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakah Kodash. I want to say and give double honors to the apostles and the bishop elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this word in truth and sincerity and for ruling well. And salutations to my fellow Akim across the four corners of the globe, preaching and prophesying. Shalom to the elect. Hey, I'm my brother Gabar YAHAWADAH from GMS Hawaii, coming to you with another quick lesson. It was inspired by this video that you see right here in front of you, as well as another video I was watching by the brother from, I think he's the head brother from the Men of Valor camp. Stay in the Spirit is the name of his page, so you can be edified by that brother, right? So he was speaking about Benjamin, not a real Jew, but Benjamin Netanyahu, right? And this man, all throughout his so-called speech at the UN, he kept throwing out peace. He wants to get peace. Israel is all about peace. They're the first ones that bring peace. They want to bring peace to the Middle East with their Arab neighbors and with the helping and funding of the United States government. And like the title of the lesson says, Benjamin Netanyahu will not see peace. Like, he's not going to see peace. Why is it? Because, first of all, he's not a man of peace. He's an Edomite. This dude is not an Israelite. This dude is not a son of the Most High on the right-hand side. All right. This guy is a usurper. All right. He reminds me of Haman. He got the Haman spirit on him. And he's a warmonger. All right. And he likes to quote the Bible when it suits him. All right. He likes to quote the Bible when it suits him. Salaki. Hey, shalom, Mak. Yahabashim Shai, Bashim Kagash Baratah.
Hey, Yahabashim Shai, Bashim Kagash Baratah. Salakia for my computer. I'm still using a small one, so it's not as up to par as the other one. But
it's all good, bro. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Give me a second.
Count the water. I wasn't sure if it was going to work or not, but the Lord blessed me and put me here, so I'm here. I was in the process of making a video. But I'll finish it up. I'll finish it up when we get done.
Oh yeah, it was cool. It was optional. You had to jump on it. I mean, if you was already doing something, brother, the spirit is on you to do that. It's all good, bro.
Well, I gotta jump on it. Once I got the message, I was like, "Oh, I gotta cut it short."
So again, all right, brother. Khan. So again, the title of this lesson is Benjamin. I always call this dude Benjamin, not a real Jew. Benjamin Netanyahu will not see peace, right? And it was inspired by a couple of videos that I was watching prior to me doing this lesson, or putting this lesson together. One by the brother from the Men of Valor camp. I believe he's the head brother. His page is Stay in the Spirit, right? And then also I saw this video earlier. Benjamin, not a real Jew. He basically got cut by the Prime Minister of Barbados with the, because like I was saying before you jumped on, Benjamin Netanyahu, he likes to use the scriptures when it suits him. You'll hear him, particularly when he's at the UN, he likes to quote the scriptures. He likes to quote Amos, and in this clip you're gonna see he calls himself quoting Samuel, right? And these words are not for him in a sense of redemption, salvation, the bringing of the land. Because what is Esau doing over there in Israel, the state of Israel? They're trying to bring Edomite hegemony by the will of their hands, and using the Israelites of the Bible as a backdrop or as a reason, because they claim that they're the Jewish people, right? So like they're using it as a reason to basically put hell on that country. Not that country, but other countries around it. They got They have something called, they got their version of the CIA, which is called the Mossad, and they do nothing but counterintelligence against other countries, even their own, even countries that they're so-called cool with.
Right.
So again, this guy is not going, he's not going to get any peace. Hey, real quick, can you get this precept right here? Isaiah 48:22.
God. Let me see if I can bring it up. I might, let me see. Can you see that?
No, bro. It's all right. You can just read it. It's fine. No worries.
Okay. Isaiah. I have my phone right here. Isaiah chapter 48. 48:22, is it?
God.
Okay. Isaiah chapter 48 and verse 22. Salakia. 48 and verse 22 says, there is no peace, saith the Lord, Yahawah unto the wicked.
God. So, like, this Esau is not going to see who's the wicked. Esau, Edom. The top tribe of Edom is the tribe of Amalek. Is the tribe of Amalek, and these are the people who we call small hats. Those people over there that's in the land of Israel, ruling it like it's theirs, right? And they're doing nothing but robbery, murder, death, kill. Get John 10:10.
God.
They're doing nothing but murder, death, kill over there, and stealing and lying, right? And again, they use the Bible as a backdrop. And the crazy thing about it is they don't even believe in the scriptures. The state of Israel is not a religious state. It's a secular state, a secular Jewish state, right? Which they believe in their laws that they created. They believe that the laws that they grabbed from these other different European nations, and then they put it together with so-called rabbinical laws through their rabbis, when they have something called the Knesset, okay? And these people, they take the law of the Lord and they dismiss it because it doesn't benefit them. But it only benefits them when they want it to benefit them. Like you about to see in this clip. But the kid, he got cut. Because even though that woman, you're going to hear her speak against this guy. First of all, nobody's with the state of Israel. Everybody see what they doing over there. All that G-side they doing to them people over there. And, you know, all the land thievery, all that shit they doing over there. Everybody see it, you know, and they can't cover it up. So this guy, he claims he basically bogarted his way up into the UN because he had the opportunity to speak. So he claims he went over there to set the record straight. But most of the people, as soon as he came to the podium, everybody started leaving. Everybody got the fuck up and walked out because you can hear the pride in this devil's voice when he speaks. He was speaking against the UN. He said the UN is a cesspool of anti-Semitic hatred. That's what he said. He said that in the UN to all them people that was there that wasn't there because it was videotaped. And people got up and they left because this dude is nothing but a liar. Go ahead and read that, bro.
John chapter 10 and verse 10. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly.
Yeah, so who's the thief? Esau, Edom, right? Starting with his super elite, because they're the ones that set up the state of Israel, the Rothschilds. They're the bankrolling family behind that whole country, right? They use Lionel Rothschild. His name was Lionel Rothschild. He was the one whom the what is that shit called? The Balfour Declaration was written to, right? By Arthur Balfour. And when he wrote that document, and that's a document that the Rothschilds got, the original document, in their own personal library / museum, right? Jacob Rothschild had that shit on exhibit, right? These people had that shit. Why? Because they was like, look, they got the Lord's land, right? They already had us and took the Lord's people and put them into captivity and destroyed them. Then what was left to take the land? and to do what they want. And what are they doing in that land? They're not following the laws such as commandments of Yahawah. Right. These people claim to, like you got Orthodox Jews over there, you got majority secular Jews over there, right? And they all going to fuck off. They all out of order. Mm-hmm. And even in that land, you got Orthodox Jews that don't support this guy. Matter of fact, the vast majority of this man's country doesn't support him. But the difference between them and America is that, well, really, it's the same all the way. But anyway, his people didn't elect him. He has a party. He's a part of a political party, and they have a stronghold in the Knesset. So that's how this guy got back into power. Because in reality, this nigga's supposed to be in jail. So again, the thief cometh not, but the what still kill and destroy. But Yahawadah came that what we will have life more abundantly, and that's for the children of Israel, starting with the elect. But we know that that's the thief is Esau Edom, and again he uses these scriptures when it suits him, and it amazes me because he's such a hypocrite. Because this dude don't believe in the Bible. They claim his son read the Bible. They want a Bible reading contest and all this other shit. But you don't know what you're reading, because if you did, he wouldn't put the Bible up, because the Bible speaks about his imminent destruction. So real quick, let me play this video real quick. Play this video real quick.
Says in the Bible, Netzach Israel says in the Bible, Netzach Israel lo yishaker. The eternity of Israel will not falter.
It is the same Bible that tells us in the stories of the Old Testament, much which has guided many people across this world. But when we turn from the Old Testament to the New Testament, it is Romans that says to us, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, like I was saying, this woman, she don't believe in the Bible either, right? She would call herself a so-called Christian. She don't understand. She's an Israelite, right? She's a so-called black woman, West Indian woman, right? So she's a prime minister, so she tapped in. So this is all stage and play. But let's just say, for conversation's sake, that she was right. People have been using the Bible to try to push their own agenda throughout the world, mainly Esau, Edom, right? And then she said, but when we skip to the New Testament, it says, vengeance is the Lord. But where else does that say that at? That's in the scriptures. That's in all through the scriptures. I believe it's in the Old Testament too. Hold on. Vengeance is mine, said the Lord. Vengeance is mine. Slakia. Thus saith the Lord. Right? Yeah, it's in oh wow. It's in Deuteronomy 32 and 35.
God.
Yeah.
Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 35.
Yeah.
Deuteronomy 32, 35 says, to me belongeth vengeance and recompense.
And this is where, I'm sorry, read it again.
To me belongeth vengeance and recompense, their foot shall slide in due time.
Yeah.
For the day of their calamity is at hand.
Right. So matter of fact, read up a couple of verses, bro.
Deuteronomy 32, 32. For their vine, this is good. For their vine is the vine of Sodom, and the fields of Gomorrah. Their grapes are grapes of gall, their clusters are bitter.
Mm-hmm.
Their wine is the poison of dragons, and the cruel venom of asps.
And that's Esau Edom.
That's Esau all day.
That's Esau Edom. His philosophies, that's that wine that you drinking. All of that shit will end up poisoning you and destroying you. Keep reading.
Mm-hmm. It says, and is not this laid up in store with me and sealed up among my treasures? To me belongeth vengeance and recompense. Their foot shall slide in due time, for the day of their calamity is at hand, and the things that shall come upon them make haste.
Right, and so that means the Lord's judgment is fastly approaching his enemies. Whether they're the enemies of Israel, the enemies of Israel, the 2/3, or these other nations. And that's where Paul was quoting that in Romans chapter 12, said vengeance is his. But see, the crazy thing about it is the UN was set up without the Lord. The UN was set up, they're not waiting on the Lord. The UN was set up to basically as a gathering place from different nations when they got conflict going on. They don't say, well, what's this people, the so-called Hamas attacked Israel, so we're gonna let the Lord handle it. No, they took matters in their own hand, right? And that's why they eviscerating. That's why they eviscerating Gaza. That's why they eviscerating them Palestinians out of the land, right? They trying to destroy, and they fucking up Lebanon right now. So these people say vengeance is, they try to quote the scriptures, but they do it in an inappropriate way. Like, so she's no different than not a real G, because I'm sure she exalts homosexuality, lesbianism. I'm sure she exalts homosexuality and lesbianism. She's anti-Hamashiach, right?
Absolutely.
They're not. So, but the point of the matter is that, like she was saying, like vengeance is the Lord, but these people don't wait on the Lord because the Lord is not in their thoughts. What's that? Proverbs. Oh, was it 10:4? Proverbs 10:4.
Let me see. Proverbs 10 and verse 4. He that becometh poor, that dealeth with a slack hand, but the hand of the diligent maketh rich.
No. This is oh man. The Most High is not at all in his thoughts, right? This is Psalms 10:4. Slaki.
God.
Psalms 10:4.
Psalms 10 verse 4.
Yeah.
All right, let me get that. Psalms chapter 10 verse 4 reads, the wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts.
Exactly.
There it
right?
is.
And that's Benjamin not a real G. That's this guy.
Yep.
Right? He Salaki. That's this guy right here. He uses certain words out of the scriptures to try to basically put his point. See, they on one hand, they believe that they have a divine right to the land, and they don't, right? But they don't uphold the law of the Lord. They just be talking, right?
Mm-hmm.
In his mind, they have a divine right to take the people out of the land that's in it, right? To destroy it, because he believes that that land belongs to him. And really, the state of Israel is nothing more than a military foothold, an Edomite military foothold in the Middle East, a permanent one. That's all it is, right? They're using that
like that's just like a thief. A thief will steal something and swear up and down that it's his. This nigga forgot that he stole it.
Yeah, so
because he's wicked.
Yeah, so and again, the Most High not in his thoughts, because he's not thinking about the vengeance of the Lord. He's not thinking about the recompense that's going to happen to him for what they're doing over there. And the Lord's not going to judge him just because he fucking up some dirty ass Palestinian. No, the Lord's going to fuck him up because they in the land, they destroyed the Lord's land. That's the Lord's pit, right? And on top of that, they destroying the Lord's people, the Israelites.
Yeah,
okay,
that's the
ultimate. So at the end of the day, what you got Israelites scattered amongst all these nations, including Amalek. But the point of the matter is that the Lord is judging. The Lord is going to judge the nations for what they've done to his people. Real quick, get the book of Joel, chapter 3. Joel, 3 and 1 and 2. I believe it's 3 and 1 and 2.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 3. I'll start at verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them.
Yahawadah. Read it again. Start it over, brother. It's all right.
Joel 3 verse 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
You know what the word Jehoshaphat means?
I'm looking it up right now.
No, bro. If you don't, it's cool. You can look it up too. That's fine. But Jehoshaphat is Yahweh's judgment. Shaphat is judgment. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father. So Jehoshaphat. That's how you pronounce that. It's just Yahweh's judgment. Right?
Yahweh's judgment.
Yeah, that's how you. Anytime you hear that word, Shaphat is judgment. Okay, put the Heavenly Father's name in front of it. Yahweh. It says Yahweh Shaphat, which is Yahweh's judgment. I'm just pulling it up in a blue letter. You ain't gonna see it because I'm not sharing the screen. But for some reason, my computer this blue letter is running slow. I don't know what's going on today. But anyway, the Lord's going to plead, meaning he's going to judge the nations for what they did to his people. Read it again, bro.
This is Joel chapter 3 and verse 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel.
Right. So that's the reason why the Lord gonna fuck these nations up. And the land of Jehoshaphat is the Middle East, what you call the Middle East today, Saudi Arabia, that whole area, because that's where the main theater is gonna be. The theater of war gonna be held at in this third nuclear world war. It's gonna be all over the world, including America, but mainly the fighting theater between the armies is gonna be over there where Israel is, the state of Israel, mainly though the area called Saudi Arabia.
And we can see it. I mean, we can see it with our naked eyes. All this is building up because these countries, these nations, Israel, Ukraine, they're constantly fighting, and we're witnessing the buildup. It's a constant buildup. Things are getting worse and worse. More people are being killed, dying, you know, so forth and so on. So we're a witness to this. Prophecy is speaking, you know.
Yeah. So again, like the brother was saying, you know, all of this is leading up to something. The big climax, right? So this is why you see these different wars and rumors of wars going on, because there are proxy wars right now. You have proxy wars between America and Russia. That's what the Ukraine is all about. Then you have a proxy war between with some people, a proxy war over there in brother, I just slipped my mind. You got one going on in Yemen right now between the Houthis and Saudi Arabia, right? And that's Iran. It's really Iran and their backers and Saudi Arabia and their backers. And they can't go to war flat out, so they use proxy wars to fight one another until eventually something's going to happen where these nations going to be drawn into the war. In America, you could tell looking at the things that Benjamin, not a real Jew, is doing, and the way he has the Israeli ship flowing. Hey, America is going to get dragged into this war.
Absolutely.
He keep making Iran, Slakia, brother. He keep making Iran the boogeyman, the big boogeyman. Every time he go to the UN, he's crying about Iran. But wait a minute, you're bombing the shit out of Palestinians and Hamas and them, and Lebanon. They just dropped some more bombs on Lebanon while he was talking. They were dropping bombs on Lebanon, talking about they they gonna fight these other Hezbollah up there and shit because they on their borders. And all of this man, all this dude bring is war. So again, how can he know peace? You got it, brother.
I have a real quick while you were speaking, I googled wars going on right now as we're speaking, as we're doing this lesson. It says who is the United States currently at war with? 4 military engagements encompassing 3 wars, all of which are interventions currently involve the United States. The Yemeni, is that right? Yemeni Civil War, the Somali Civil War, and the Syrian Civil War. And see, most of the people in Babylon, they don't know this information. They think it's all good because they go into fucking Costco, they go into Walmart, and just 7-Eleven, just having their free will. But they think everything is all at peace. But behind the scenes, this is prophecy speaking. And as you said, it's all leading to the Third World War and to ultimately the destruction of this place.
Yeah.
This is all part of prophecy.
Yeah, and the U.S. is involved in more than just that war, because they didn't mention Ukraine, they didn't mention what's going on over in the state of Israel, because they're financially backing them. So that means you helping them fight. You know what I'm saying? So I got another video. Slocky, hold on, let me share this real quick. Share this real quick. I'll share my other screen. Yeah, this one right here. This nigga, Benjamin, not a real Jew. I can't stand this nigga, man. So here it is. He's talking about the blessing and the curse, the land curse, the blessing curse and the land curse. And the brother I had mentioned, Stay in the Spirit, his video, he was speaking about this too. And so let me play this real quick.
As Israel defends itself against Iran in the Seven Front War, the line separating the blessing and the curse could not be more clear. This is the map I presented here last year. It's a map of a blessing. It shows Israel and its Arab partners forming a land bridge connecting Asia and Europe between the Indian Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea.
Yeah, so that blessing is not for them, right? And you see that he got Israel. No, he's not. So you see that he got this. You see this in green. This is and this is short too. Anyway, it's not everything, but this is part of what Abraham's blessing was that he gave to Isaac and Isaac gave to Jacob and his 12 sons. This is where our borders. First of all, the whole earth gonna be ours, right? Second of all, but our land, our borders are gonna be way more extended. Always say that. So right there is Saudi Arabia. This is the Valley of Judgment. Yahawadah right here. This you see right there with that line going through. And he's talking about the blessing is them building a damn land bridge through all these countries to connect Asia and Europe, right? Talking about that's the blessing, them and their Arab partners. That ain't no blessing. That's destruction in the making, right? Because them Jays, if they get their way, if they had this shit, nobody would be on that land bridge, bro. That shit would be clogged up with wars and all kinds of shit. Look how many borders is breaking. You know what I'm saying? Going straight to Saudi Arabia, a big ass desert, right? Going through state of Israel, then going out there, pouring out into the Mediterranean Sea. And then you got them, they got Egypt covered, Sudan covered, right? Because what they want, they got something called the Greater Israel Project. And that's exactly what this is, right? This is what they want. They want to have control over all of this, right? But that that blessing is not for them. That blessing is for Israel. And it ain't no damn land bridge. And we ain't going to have no goddamn partners, right? It's just going to be us. It's going to be us against y'all. You know what I mean? You nations, okay?
Across this bridge, we will lay rail lines, energy pipelines, fiber optic cables, and this will serve the betterment of 2 billion people.
Yeah, so here it is. This man, he hasn't served the betterment of 2 billion people since he's been in power. So all of a sudden, some got a damn railroad, fiber optic cables, and anything else you can throw in there that's gonna bring a blessing. Not at all, bro. Because the Lord didn't say shit about no damn fiber optic cables
That's right.
and a damn bridge and a damn railroad track. You know?
Now look at this second map.
Lives,
Yeah.
you know.
It's a map.
Hey, this nigga love to bring out posters and shit when he comes up there to the UN, man. This nigga sucks, bro.
Look at the
He's
second
all
map.
in.
It's a map.
What's up, bro?
I said you know, you have a person that you ever been around a nigga that tell a lie?
Yeah.
He done told his lie so much. He done told the same lie for years. The nigga begin to believe the lie he's telling.
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah.
You know?
Because you can't, in order to have some shit like this, you really gotta have peace. Like there can't be no war. Because you talking about going through Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and the state of Israel, right? And you coming from Eurasia, which that's like India, right? India right here, Asia, and then you got going through Europe, European countries. They'll be fighting for who? For supremacy of the fucking road, man. The fuck you mean? Esau, you can't have peace with this guy, bro. So according to him, this is the blessing.
Up the cables, and this will serve the betterment of 2 billion people. Now look at this second map. It's a map. Look at the second map. It's a map of a curse. It's a map of an arc of terror that Iran.
What'd you say?
I say it's a map he created.
Yeah, this is all bullshit.
Has created and imposed from the Indian Ocean. Look at the second map. It's a map of a curse. It's a map of an arc of terror that Iran has created and imposed from the Indian Ocean to the.
Yo, so this nigga said that this is the arc of terror that Iran has created. But you're the main terrorist on planet Earth, man. You created that shit. You Edomite, since you've been in power, you took. They get Revelation chapter 6. Get Revelation chapter 6, verse Revelation 6 and Salakia. Yeah, 6 and 4. Revelation 6 and 4.
God, this is Revelation chapter 6 and verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword.
Yeah, so here it is. That one that sat on that red horse, that's Esau. That's Esau, Edom, starting with the super elite Bacon family, that big ass beast, the Roman Empire all over again, right? That's this nigga. He the one that took peace from the world and that people are killing one another. This guy, and he's talking about this is the curse. Iran, Syria, and Iraq. Iraq is a fucking sandbox, bro. It's a shadow of what it once was. You know, Syria, like you had mentioned, the proxy war going on in Syria right now. That shit is a fucking dump, you know. And then you got Iran. Them Iranians, they ain't want the war with nobody. Everybody trying to fuck with them. Last time they was at war was with Saddam Hussein. You know, now they do have proxy militaries throughout the world too, and they're funding people, but it's all set up through Esau. All right, it's all set up through Esau to make this thing happen. And this devil got the audacity to use Abraham's blessing. Hey, shalom from to the brother in New Zealand, man. It says Tom Jones is back.
God.
Much love from New Zealand, bro. Kikaha, yeah. And shalom to all you brothers. Got the brother from the Virgin Islands on. That's a beautiful brother right there, man.
God.
All you brothers, man. You know, y'all watching y'all shy about you brothers, man. So yeah, so you got this devil talking his shit, opening his fucking mouth, right? And then yeah, so let me share my screen real quick, bro.
Con.
Stop sharing, present, share screen. Yeah, this the brothers that I was speaking about from the Men of Violence. Stay in the Spirit 144. Hey, please subscribe to this brother's page and be edified. You know, and so real quick, this is Jeremiah 50 and 45. Therefore, hear ye this counsel of the Lord Yahawah, that he have taken against Babylon and his purposes, and that he have purpose against the land of the Chaldeans. And what's the modern day land of the Chaldeans? America. This is Babylon. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Right. And the least of the flock is Israel, the state of Israel. Right. And who's the state of Israel biggest protector? America. Right. You know, so this is it says, at the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved and a cry is heard among the nations, right? Because what's going to take Babylon? Nuclear destruction. And the same thing that's going to take Babylon is the same thing that's going to take the state of Israel. Because Russia's going to come up against the state of Israel. That's where you get this from. This is the book of Ezekiel 38, right? And I'll read Ezekiel 38. I'm just waiting for it to come up. It's running. Blue letter is running slow right now. It says 38:1. Prophesy about God and the future invasion of Israel, because the state of Israel is going to be invaded. Once they come against Iran, Russia's coming, because Russia's their guard.
Because Russia's back in Iran.
Yeah. So what you think they're going to do? They're going to let that shit slide? No. They're going to run up into Israel, and then America's coming behind Israel, and then that's it. That's the Third World War, right on top. You know what I'm saying? Which in Slovakia, which in reality, we're in the early throes of the World War III right now.
World War III. That's right. Yep. Hey, Yahawah Shai has like I always hear the brother say, he has them all in a trick bag. This thing is set up. Everything is set up through the scriptures, through prophecy, to ultimately lead to World War III. And Lord willing, we're part of the elect, our deliverance, and we can witness the destruction of this place.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. This is Ezekiel 38:1. And the word of Yahawah Shai came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against God, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against them. And that land of Magog is Russia, right? The land of God is Russia. No, the land of Magog is Russia. And say, thus said the Lord Yahawah, behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thine army, horses, horsemen, and all them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords, right? And at one time, Russia, which used to be called the USSR, I forget, United Soviet State of Russia.
United Soviet Socialist Republic.
Yeah, United, the water, brother. United Socialist, what is it again? United
Soviet Socialist Republic.
Yeah, United Soviet Socialist Republic. Right. Yeah. They was in power for a long time, but in the 90s, they fell out of power, right? But then the Lord put hooks back in their jaws, which is that strength. It says verse 5, Persia, that's Iran, right? Ethiopia, Libya, right? And we know that America destroyed Libya after they took out Gaddafi. So you know they're gonna line up with them. It says Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands, and in the house of Togarmah, which Gomer and the house of Togarmah, I believe that's Turkey, right? Of the north quarter and all his bands, and many people with thee. And you can add China in there too. Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. So anything, just, like NATO has a thing. If you attack one NATO country, then that's an attack on all NATO countries. That's right. Well, that's the same thing with Russia. Russia and his allies. You fuck with Iran if you want to, and that's gonna be your ass, man. Yeah.
And Russia lately, Yahawah Shai has put the spirit on Russia to openly declare to the United States that if they send long-range missiles to the Ukraine, then that's going to be a declaration of war, of World War III. So,
Yeah.
hey, this is a beautiful time to us to be alive, to be witnessing this, because this is prophecy. This is end time prophecy speaking. We're witness to it, you know. And Lord willing, we're part of the hopeful elect. We can witness the whole shebang go down to the end, you know.
So it says Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarter, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. After verse 8, after many days thou shalt be visited, and in the latter years thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword, which that's the land of Israel, right? It was destroyed, and then them Edomites, when we got kicked out of the land by the Lord, that at 70 AD, that land was terrible. It was destroyed, right? And it says, but now Esau and his ilk is over there, right? So Russia's going to go against it, and is gathered out of many people against the mountains of Israel, which have been always waste, but it is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely, all of them. Thou shalt ascend and come like a storm. Thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land. Thou and all thy bands and many people with thee. And that's Third World War, right? They're gonna swarm the land, right? This is not gonna happen when we get in power. Ain't nobody coming up against us, but they're gonna come against Esau, Edom in the land, right? Because two places on the earth is gonna be totally eviscerated, but one of those places is gonna be rebuilt. America is gonna be totally eviscerated by nuclear destruction and chariot fire, as well as the state of Israel is going to be hit with nuclear missiles and chariot fire. But the state of Israel, that land of Israel, is going to be rebuilt, because that's our land. But they got to be cleansed. They got to be cleansed, and that's what that fire is coming to do, right?
That nuclear fire.
Yeah, that nuclear fire. The Lord's bringing that. The Lord's about to bring that nuclear fire over there. Why is that? It's the book of Ezekiel 36:5. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahawah by Shemayawan, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession, with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds, to cast it out for a prey. And that's exactly what they did. That land is a prey, right? I'm just reading in the NLT.
God.
There's I can't find my other glasses.
Ooh, that's fire right there. That NLT is fire.
It says, this is what the sovereign Yahawah Shai says. My jealousy, anger burns against these nations, especially Edom. Right? So this is the reason why when you look up, I was reading the book of Chronicles today, the first chapter, and then I looked up Esau in the Hebrew, which is ASHAR, right, in the Hebrew, and then in the book they're going to talk about some that Edom is the father of the Arabs. I was like, what? I was like, hell no. I was like, hell no. They go off a lot in this joint, but the point of the matter is they say it to throw the people off, because the Lord has a controversy with Edom. He said his anger burns against these nations, especially Edom, because they have shown utter contempt for me by gleefully taking my land for themselves as plunder. And that's exactly what they did. This ain't the first time they did it, but this is the last time they did it, and it's the worst. Right? So what? The Lord is angry against them. And who set up the state of Israel? The Balfour Declaration, that Arthur Balfour was an Edomite, fucking Lionel Rothschild, an Edomite, right? And all them devils, Ben Gurion, this nigga Benjamin, not a real Jew. Come on, bro. So the Lord's gonna come against this man for what he did. See, they thought that the Most High was with them, so they could just do whatever they wanted to do, not realizing that judgment was coming behind it, a great judgment. Here it is. You trying to get this. He trying to get Abraham's land blessing, inheritance. right? Which really is Israel, starting with Yahawashi, land blessing. These are our borders, man. And currently, these are different lands with different so-called nations living in them. You got on one side, you got the Hamitic nations and Ishmael up there. Then you got Israel and them in Iraq, Edom all over the place, mixed in there. You got Saudi Arabia. You got these different Arab nations all up in the mix of here. Yemen, Oman, all of this is our land, buddy. You know what I'm saying? All this coming home. You got Jordan, right there. You had the dude at Jordan. He called him the king of Jordan. He called himself condemning the state of Israel, but then he said he's not going to let them Palestinians into his land. He said we're not going to have no forced migration of these Palestinians in our land. He don't want them in. Nobody wants the Palestinians, man. Then you got Syria, and you can also add in portions of the Mediterranean in there too. Yep. This is our land. This is not for you, Edom. But see, he can't. The blessing is not for him. So what he has to do, he has to forge a pseudo blessing via the sword. So he get these nations fighting each other. They at war. They get the nations crippled economically, get them crippled militarily, and then they're gonna bend the knee. That's what he expect, or unless they come into a covenant with him, right? But no, all this land gonna be emptied out of all the nations, and they're gonna come to Israel. And they're gonna build up our land. That's right. Starting with the nation of Edom, because the Lord is against you, and it's gonna start with your super elite. It ain't gonna start with no fucking average Joe. No, it's gonna start with the super elite, right? Because the Lord is against you, right? It says, let me keep reading, bro. It says, prophesy therefore concerning the land, Ezekiel 36:6. Prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and say unto the mountains, and to the hills, to the rivers, and to the valleys, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Bashim, behold, I have spoken in my jealousy and in my fury, because ye have borne the shame of the heathen. You go to the state of Israel, what you got? The biggest Mo parade going on. You got all kinds of idolatry. You got all kinds of manners of wickedness going in, witchcraft and wizardry, all kinds of sacrifices going on.
All kinds of wicked shit.
Yeah. So the Lord got to clean that land got to get cleaned up. They're going to burn them up. He's going to burn them out the land like the rats they are. And they're going to go scurrying. Yeah. They're going to go scurrying into their holes, their rat holes. But then they're going to be pulled out like they did Saddam Hussein. They can pull that nigga out of the spider hole, so they say.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, I ain't got to go too much further, but I just wanted to bring this out because well, let me bring this out. Oh, I want to bring this out, but I didn't. The brother put it up. Strive for the master 144, second Esdras 15 and 30. Also, the Carmanians raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians, man. Right? So that portion of the land of Assyria is Assyria up there, north of Israel. And them Carmanians are the Persians, the Iranians. That's another name for them. And they're gonna come out there. They're gonna get busy, man. I'm telling you, bro, it's about to get wild out here, man. And good, bring it on. We want to see it.
Hey, that's why I said I always say the Wadi Yahweh by Shimei Shai, because this is a great time to be alive, to be serving the Lord, and to be a witness to all these prophecies coming true right before our eyes. You know?
It's the brother Kahan Allah. Hey, Shalom, my brother. GMS Hawaii Espanol, Ecclesiastes 3 and 16. And moreover, I saw under the sun a place of judgment that wickedness was there, and a place of righteousness that iniquity was there. Absolutely, like the brother said, which is the earth. You got righteousness on the earth, you got wickedness on the earth. Right now, wickedness is exceedingly polluting the whole earth. So the Lord's going to bring judgment. So all the things that we talked about World War III, we talked about the different nations getting ready to come up against the land of Israel and the people that's in it. Because these ain't the real people of the Lord anyway. Well, before we end, can you get Isaiah chapter 2, verse 10?
Isaiah chapter 2, in verse 10, Salakia, Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 10 reads, enter into the rock and hide thee in the dust, for fear of the Lord Yahawah Shai, and for the glory of his majesty.
Salakia. What was it? Go to 4.
Verse 4?
Yeah.
Isaiah chapter 2, verse 4. And he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore.
So that's the blessing. That's the blessing. So here it is. When the real Israelites get into that land, the nation's not gonna know war no more. We ain't gonna have to go to the UN. There ain't gonna be no UN. We ain't gonna have to go to a place like the UN and hold up a cardboard with a diagram on it talking about the ark of a curse of these different nations trying to come up against Israel. We ain't gonna have to mount up a force. We're gonna have to rally the nations together to get on our side because war is breaking out. No, there's not gonna be no more war after this third world war. Ain't gonna be no more. You nations not gonna learn war no more. All your weapons that you got, they're gonna be burnt up. All your agriculture, the money that you push towards your war machines, they're gonna be turned for your agriculture.
That's right.
Because you're going into slavery. The brother also posted Matthew 13 and 17. For verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. Right? Because during the time of Yahushua, he was doing all these miracles. The prophets before him were prophesying about him, and they got to see the disciples, the apostles. They got to see all the things that the prophets of old saw. But how much more even today? We're like the brother keeps saying the whole lesson. We in the end time. This is it. We hoping to be alive to see
absolutely
the judgment of this devil and all those that hate the Lord, and see Yahawashi come back and get his kingdom established and be a part of it. Why? Because this is something that's been prophesied before we was even alive. It was written in the book. And I'm sure the prophets of old yearn to see what we're seeing today. And they are seeing it because the prophets are here today. We don't know who we are, but Jeremiah is back, Obadiah is back, Job is back, everybody back. Everybody here. Paul is back, right? Everybody, Timothy is back. Everybody, the apostles is back. Not some of the brothers there in the spirit world, but they can see what's going on too. But now we're living in that time. The day of destruction.
Yep, I was meditating on that Thursday night when I was at work. I did a lesson. I was like, man, we can't take this for granted because we're so blessed to live in a time where we have the opportunity, the possibility, Lord willing, to see the end of all this wickedness, the end of Esau Edom, his total complete destruction, and the entering of our Lord and Savior Yahawashi. You know what I'm saying? This is it. You know,
you can read this.
Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 7, from Strive for the Masteries 144. Shalom to you, brother. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue, a man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. And Lord willing, we endure to the end and be part of the hopeful elect, and we can witness the fall of our enemy Esau Edom. You know,
in the rest of these nations, it ain't just Esau. It's all these nations. Right? So it's a joy. Yeah. It's a joy. It's a joy for a man to have his children. That it's a joy for a man to have children, absolutely. And it's also a joy. It's also a joy for a man to see the fall of his enemies, man. Because we have enemies. We're looking at one of them right here. This guy right here, This is a super enemy. Right, you know, and the Lord's gonna get rid of these motherfuckers, bro. You know, and it's all getting hot and heavy. We're coming into a great time. We're living in a great time. It's a great time to be alive because watch prophecy unfold as we live and as we walk this walk of faith. We're seeing it, and it's nothing for us to be shaken about. because these things are written, right? This is the will of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
And again, we spoke about World War III. We spoke about state of Israel and it's these, not a Jew, Benjamin, not a real Jew, and how he talks about peace, 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 but ain't no peace coming to him. And y'all should check out this check out Benjamin, not a real Jew speech, and it'll make you. I guarantee you that you're gonna want to do a video when something this devil said out of his mouth, right? This is what he does. That's what he does all the time, And so again, ain't no peace coming to Israel, right? They're not gonna get peace via war. They're not gonna get peace via the MOTB. They're not gonna get peace with making a goddamn railroad in from the Mediterranean Sea all the way to the Indian Ocean. Not gonna happen, Jack. It's not gonna happen, right? Okay, so that one give all praise. With that one give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem
Kakodash,
and double honor to the apostles. Shalom to the elect.
Yes, shalom to the elect. Shalom.